President Trump says he may put the U.S. Postal Service under the control of the Commerce Department.
Now, the change would mean an executive branch takeover of the agency, which has operated independently since the 1970s.
He's going to look at it. He's got a great business instinct, which is what we need, and he'll be looking at it, and we think we can turn it around. We want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. And we're thinking about doing that, and it'll be a form of a merger, but it'll remain the Postal Service, and I think it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years.
President Trump made those remarks at the swearing in of Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. He called the move a way to stop losses at USPS. According to a report by USPS in November, the agency recorded net losses of $9.5 billion last year. That's an increase of about $3 billion from the year before. USPS employs nearly 650,000 workers. The United States Postal Service is largely self-funded. The bulk of its annual $48.5 billion budget comes from customer fees, according to the Congressional Research Service. Congress does provide an annual sum to subsidize free and reduced cost mail services. In 2023, that allotment was $50 million.
Now, the National Association of Letter Carriers, or NALC, is the largest postal union in the nation, and it represents more than 200,000 mail carriers. The NALC president, Brian Renfro, says an executive order to change USPS leadership would be an attack against working people and an attack against public service. He says this administration's intention is to dismantle the Postal Service. He also addressed the USPS financial losses that were reported last year. Take a listen.
Service has lost money, but 90% of their losses are due to mandates by Congress. They're due to unfair calculations of all the money they've set aside for things like pensions. Congress can fix their financial situation. The administration can fix their financial situation. This is not the way to do it.
Now, Renfro says the leadership change at USPS would impact people in the rural areas the most. The NALC is rallying on Capitol Hill today in response to these potential changes. And the president has been a critic of the Postal Service since his first term. Back in 2020, he threatened to block COVID relief funding to the agency unless it quadrupled package rates that were charged to customers like Amazon. Back in December, the president floated the idea of privatizing the service, given the competition it faces from companies like Amazon, UPS, and FedEx.